Welcome to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0.
You are now about to witness
With your host, ScottyTheBody.
Come down later for good
7 of truth bombs, hard facts, and real life grit. It's time to wake up. Let's grind.
Here we go again.
No, you gonna dig this.
Welcome back to another episode of Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. I'm just going to cut right to it, guys. I know this may be inconvenient for most because a lot of my followers seem to be towards the West Coast, but you guys can watch the replay later. So, after further review, Charlie Kirk is gone. And before blood could even dry, before doctors gave the word, before law enforcement even named the real shooter, because the shooter that they had is, well, just a patsy, the media already had their script. But here's the part that no one's talking about. The shooter was on the damn roof. You saw my video earlier. And obviously dozens of others have posted it today. It's in your face what they want. They want division. They want separation. How do they get a sniper on the roof and nothing was said and nothing was done? Sitting there in plain sight. I mean, people were muttering to themselves, you know, hey, what the hell is that guy doing over there? But no one actually did anything. No one stopped this shit from happening. Why? Because we don't have a sense of community anymore? Yeah, I think I hit the button. Now, the shot cracked off at about 10 after 12 in the afternoon. The campus immediately went in lockdown. Students scattered. Panic was on everyone's mind. And yet within minutes, not hours, minutes, the networks already had their story framed. Everyone had the headlines flashing. Was it MSNBC? Charlie Kirk, polarizing right-wing figure, shot in Utah. No facts, no word on this condition. No suspect details, just labels and some bullshit narrative. I'll tell you what, folks, that's not journalism. That's a preloaded script. That's fear-mongering. That's manipulation. That's entertainment to hold the mind. Mind control. That's exactly what that is. Entertainment. They're trying to fucking tell you what they want you to hear. Right? Because none of it makes sense anyway. Why? A man dying today. Actually, several people died today. There's kids in the Colorado high school that got shot today. I'm not sure how many. I haven't really looked into the details, but dude, when does this nonsense stop? Even locally, like the one lady on the east side was getting her ass beat by a couple of bodega owners, or the guys that work there at least. The owner came out, she said that the lady was stealing. There was a mass riot. There was like 50 people outside this person's store. Unbelievable. So I'm thinking to myself, why did she get her ass kicked? Or why was she getting her ass kicked to begin with? And they had an interview for the lady. She said she was stealing. When you're at a small-time bodega, what the hell are you going to steal? $10 worth of shit? Seriously, though. You guys going to run security on some old crackhead in the east side? And then you got 50 people to throw an uproar and protest outside the bodega? Where the hell were those 50 people when she asked for $1 so she didn't have to steal? I'm dead serious, too. Anyway, back to the Kirk thing. While the media machine was firing up, sniper sat on the roof like it was nothing. Not even hiding. I mean, people have literally recorded this guy aiming the gun. Not crouched in a car, broad daylight, perched on the top of a school building. And the question that burns inside of me is, like I said, where's the community? Where's everyone saying, what the fuck is that? That doesn't look right. I should go do something, or I should call somebody to do something and make sure something gets done instead of just saying, oh, yeah, I called somebody, because just calling somebody sometimes doesn't fucking work. It happens all the time. I mean, how many times have you called the cops and they don't show up for 30 minutes? Not a knock on the police officers, but let's be real about shit. You know, you call 911 when you're having a heart attack and they don't show up for 30 minutes. What are you supposed to think about them? Let you sit on that one. You know, maybe if just one person had said something, maybe Charlie would be alive right now. It's fucking, it's unbelievable. Reality was chaos. People screaming. People crying. Strangers pressing shirts against Kirk's neck while they're trying to stop the blood. But, what happened on television? Making a mockery of the shit. Right-wing firebrand shot. CNN said controversial figure targeted. I got to tell everybody, if you're listening and you're a fan or a friend or whatever the fuck you are to me, and you say any of those things to me, consider yourself dead to me, right? Because if you think that anybody dying is okay, well, then you're a fucking asshole, period. Unfollow me. I don't give a fuck. I support human life. I am a humanist. I'm a realist. I'm not a fucking leftist or a conservative fucking douchebag. I am none of these things. I am not independent. I am a free thinker. I don't need to choose a side. I am the fucking side. So let's get this straight, folks. This is a fucking shit show that fell apart right in front of our eyes. The Patsy wasn't the real Patsy, wasn't the real killer. We saw that. How many times are they going to try this, attempt this, and have it fail every single time or get caught? Like, we knew Kennedy was fucked when it happened, right? But then they try to cover it up with all these like crazy angles and buildings and shit, throw us for a loop. The grassy knoll. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This one we literally had our eyes on the whole time. Students, I mean, granted, this whole new generation's a little soft and they don't want to fucking do anything about it. Maybe in their mind, the guys who were recording, they're like, maybe a big strong guy like ScottyTheBody will go take care of it for me. Back to MSNBC, man. That's not coverage. That's character assassination before the body's even cold. So fuck MSNBC and fuck CNN for their low blows after the body's breathless, like lifeless. Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Why? Because whoever controls the first take controls the memory, right? Most people don't see corrections. They don't read updates. They remember the first line. Remember? And first impressions are everything. So if a headline is polarizing figure shot, sympathy dies right there. He's no longer a victim. He's a problem solved. And division? Come on, guys. It's all it is division. Their Patsy was some trans activist. They wanted to pin this on another fucking trans person who actually killed somebody prominent on the right side. If your brain's not fucking hurting right now, man, I don't know, then you're not paying attention. You know, their division or their narrative for division is the fuel, right? Hate is way easier to have in your heart than love. This is a scientific fact. It's way easier to hate than that it is to love. Hate pays, right? And they know that. Outrage sells every time. I mean, I got a guest coming up here in a couple of weeks, Adam Swart. He is the co-founder, or he is the owner of Crowds on Demand. You guys look into that shit, man. It'll get you a little twisted too. Where's the unity? They don't need unity. If they had unity on television, they'd be bankrupt. They have nothing to sell. They don't mourn. They monetize as soon as they can. I'll tell you what, Rise and Grind Radio 3.0, we're not monetizing a fucking thing. You guys want to go on my store and buy a t-shirt? That's cool. But I don't make money doing this shit. This is for fun. All this, everything I do here, all this thing, listen, you know what kind of microphone that is? Like, I spend time in my life doing this shit. I report the truth, not what is popular or what the crowd wants to hear, because I don't care. My father always told me, especially when I was younger, he said, Scotty, you got the strength, before he even knew. Scotty, you got the strength. God gave you the strength to help other people, the ones who can't help themselves. And I was still in single digits. I must have been, I don't know, 5 or 6. But that echoed in eternity. Dude, I've been helping people my whole life. You know? Maybe help you guys find the truth too. You know, ask the right questions. If I don't have the right answers for you, well, let's ask the right questions together, right? Let's find the right question to ask the right person. But you need to ask yourself this big one. Who signed off on those headlines before the facts were confirmed? How did news crews mobilize faster than families that got phone calls? And most of all, how the fuck does a sniper sit on a roof, broad daylight, in front of a crowd, and no one says a word? That's not just tragic, guys. That's systemic failure. Failure of authority, failure of media, and certainly failure of community. You know, we used to look out for each other. We used to raise the alarm. Now, I see people pulling out their fucking phones faster than the speed of light just so they can get the first picture or the first reel or the fucking whatever it is. Whatever it is. They keep scrolling and then, you know, go off in their little world, that main character bullshit we were talking about. They keep ignoring. We stay quiet because we're conditioned to stay quiet. And when we are quiet, evil fills that silence. Evil loves that vacuum, that void. Oh my God, the void is real, guys. If you actually had a personal conversation with me, we've talked about the void and filling it, right? If you have a void in your life and you're filling it with nonsensical bullshit, slightly remove those things, nice and slow, right? If it's like, I don't know, just say you're a drinker. You're drinking 6 a night. Go to 5, then go to 4, then go to 3, then go to 2, then go to 1. And then after a while, you're going to question why the fuck you're even doing it anymore, right? And there's many things to do in many other ways if you're doing it the wrong way. Tangent. Holy shit. Anyway, let me be clear. This isn't only about Charlie Kirk or, you know, well, I mean, a lot of shit happened, you know. His death is sad, unnecessary, and fucking tragic. But So was the assassination of the Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman. Killed alongside her husband and their dog. Like, dude, that's fuck it. That has anyone talked about that? Anyone? What about the injuries of the school children? I'm sorry, they're high school children, so they're like young adults for that matter. And yet another school or high school in Colorado. And so is the silence around the victims of Epstein and his powerful friends. Victims haven't even seen justice yet. No, folks, no human life is more important than the other. Not race, not class, not age, not socioeconomic status, not political affiliation. I don't give a fuck who you fuck or who you love. As long as you're a good person, that's all that matters. I don't condone violence, but pedophiles, well, you know where they can go. Life is life, folks. And it's not just acceptable, it's necessary to mourn all of these lives. To have the strength and compassion to grieve without letting it divide us. Because division, unfortunately, is the great trap. Division is how they conquer. So, America, when is enough enough? We are better than this. We have to be better than this. United we stand, divided we fall, with liberty and justice for all. This is ScottyTheBody with Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. And you know what? I don't care if it keeps me up at night. This shit needed to be said. The story should come out after the truth, not before. The community should act before the blood spills, not after. So with that, stay sharp, stay awake, stay human. I love you all.